The baby Sonic Pets team is destroyed at Lord Dona's house in Sonic 4, the movie. That night, Lord Dona's house looked like a normal house until fate chose it as the stage. On the sidewalk, right in front of the door, several boxes appeared lined up with too much precision to be a coincidence. They were not gifts, they were not jokes. They were deliveries. And inside each box there was a small, soft breathing, as if the world had just received something it did not know how to handle. Cream and Chaos are placed in boxes in front of Lord Dona's house. Lord Dona opened the door with a half-sleepy face, and Lady Yoga looked out behind him, with that face of, "Who knocks at this hour?" The air was cold. The street was quiet. And there they were, 7 boxes, some smaller, others a little bigger, all closed, all clean, as if someone had placed them with care, but in a hurry. Lord Dona bent down. In one box, something moved, just a little. In another, a tiny sigh was heard. Lady Yoga put her hand over her mouth because her heart jumped. It was not a normal animal. It was like fur, and a strange glow, as if inside there was different life. Carefully, Lord Dona lifted the lid of the first one. And the world became cute for a second. There was baby Sonic Pet, curled up like a baby, with his soft blue fur and his calm little face. In the second, baby Tails, hugging his 2 little tails like they were a pillow. In the third, baby Amy Rose, pink, with an expression so sweet she looked like a doll. In the fourth, baby Shadow, more serious even while sleeping, as if his face already knew the universe was not a safe place. In the fifth, baby Silver, with his silver hair and a strange calm. In the sixth, baby Cream, so delicate she seemed to weigh nothing. And in the last one, Chaos, small, like a drop of living water that was breathing, vibrating slowly, like the air was rocking him. There was no visible note. There was no explanation, only them. And one feeling, this is not normal, but it is not bad. Not yet. Lady Yoga was the first to move naturally. She did not think of danger. She thought of babies. She knelt down, and one by one she petted them. First, Sonic's head. The fur was soft and warm. Sonic made a small sound, like a happy kitten. Then she touched Tails. His tails moved as if they answered the affection. Amy curled up more, like looking for warmth. Cream made a cute little face, and Lady Yoga smiled without meaning to. Silver opened one eye for a second, closed it, and went back to sleep, as if he trusted. Chaos vibrated, glowed a little and calmed down, as if the touch was a song. But when Lady Yoga petted Shadow, something happened that almost nobody noticed. Shadow did not relax. Shadow got tense, as if his body warned him of something even while sleeping. And when Lady Yoga touched his forehead, for a tiny instant, a red glow appeared under his closed eyelids. Lord Dona stayed staring at that and swallowed. It was not fear, it was intuition. Like when you feel a nice day can turn into a storm without warning. Still, they carried them inside, because they were small, because they were alone, because, in that moment, love weighed more than questions. In the living room, on the big couch, Lord Dona arranged blankets like a nest. They placed them together, one next to the other, so they would not feel cold, so they would not feel abandoned. Baby Sonic Pet stayed near the center, as if he naturally wanted to be the heart of the group. Baby Tails stuck to Sonic without thinking. Amy settled on Cream's side, as if she protected her. Silver lay down with his arms crossed, calm. Chaos stayed on a special little blanket, like he was a different baby that needed extra care. And Shadow. Shadow settled on the edge, not by accident, but as if he wanted to be close to the exit. Lady Yoga turned off the lights. The house became silent, and it seemed like nothing bad could happen. But silence sometimes is the warning.
Subscribe and I'll give you a hot dog. Come on, hit that button for a tasty reward. Don't miss out, it's gonna be great.
Before sunrise, baby Shadow opened his eyes. He did not yawn, he did not stretch, he did not move like a normal baby. He sat up slowly and looked at the living room as if he already knew where he was, or as if he was checking something. Then it happened. His eyes shined. A faint red, but real. A small, invisible energy turned on around him, like silent electricity. It was not an attack, it was an awakening. Chaos energy was starting to grow inside him, like a flame learning how to breathe. Shadow looked at the other sleeping babies. He counted them. He looked at them like he looked at a family, and at the same time like he looked at a group that could be in danger. Then he looked at the clock. Then he looked at the door. And he felt something strange, an uneasiness that had no words. As if the air was written. As if the house was inside a plan. When the sun began to color the window, baby Sonic Pet opened his eyes with pure tenderness. He yawned big, as if the world was comfortable. He stretched with strength, stretched his arms, stretched his legs, and his fur lifted a little because of the cold. Sonic looked around and smiled. He did not know where he was, but he felt at home. That difference was key. Sonic felt safe. Shadow felt warning. Later, the living room already looked like a family scene. Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Silver were sitting on the couch, still wrapped in little blankets, with curious little faces. Cream was in front, with Chaos in her hands. Cream lifted Chaos carefully, as if she trained him with love. Chaos vibrated, went up a little, floated just a bit. It was like watching a drop of water learning to challenge gravity. "Look, look," Cream seemed to say with her smile, even if she did not talk much. It was the gesture, the patience. Everyone watched amazed. Sonic tilted his head, with eyes shining with emotion. Tails moved his tails like fans, excited. Amy put her hands together, happy. Silver watched like he wanted to understand the rule behind that magic. And Shadow. Shadow was on the floor, not as punishment, by choice. He watched the scene, yes, but he also watched the whole house, as if he guarded. Shadow felt that internal beat again. His chaos energy activated by itself, like a danger reflex. It was not strong, but it was clear. It was an alarm. The air felt heavy. Shadow clenched his teeth. He looked at the window. He looked at the hallway. He looked at the door. There were no monsters, there were no screams. But his body said, something is coming. And the strangest part was this. Shadow did not know why he felt it, and that scared him more. The routine started fast, as if the house itself knew what to do with them. Lord Dona and Lady Yoga guided them to the bathroom, gave them small brushes, toothpaste with little flavor, and lined them up in front of the mirror. It was an adorable scene. 7 babies trying to live human house life. Chaos even copied it, vibrating as if the brush was a mission. And for a few seconds, everything looked normal. Too normal. Sonic turned his head with that captain spirit. He smiled, and like it was a brilliant idea, he said, "Let's do a competition. Whoever can do the most epic thing with their brush is the winner." Their eyes lit up. Tails got excited. Amy laughed. Cream raised her hand like saying, "I can." Chaos vibrated like clapping. Silver just smiled, calm. And Shadow. Shadow stayed behind, not laughing. Sonic started first. He grabbed the brush with decision, and in an instant, his arm moved so fast it looked like a blurry line. The brushing sound became a buzzing. The foam almost flew out. In 3 seconds, Sonic was already done. He looked at the others like saying, "Did you see that?" Everyone stayed with their mouths open, literally. Silver closed his eyes, breathed like he was focusing, and suddenly the brush lifted by itself. It floated in front of his face. It spun in the air with style, like a little drone. And it started brushing him without him touching it. It was elegant. It was weird. It was too advanced for a baby. The others laughed, surprised. Amy clapped. Tails did a little jump. Cream celebrated. Chaos shined like he loved it. Everyone was enjoying it, except Shadow. Shadow was behind, 1 step away from the mirror. He watched like the game was not a game, like the game was evidence. And while the others laughed, Shadow felt another small shock in his chest, as if his chaos energy was responding to something invisible. Shadow confirmed it inside his mind. Something was not normal, not only because of Sonic's speed or Silver's telekinesis, but because of the pattern. Every day, a new ability appeared. Like someone was leveling them up non-stop, like time was not working normally. Shadow remembered something he had heard Lord Dona mention in previous days. talking with Lady Yoga. Sonic runs faster every day, and Knuckles, when he came to visit them, showed an incredible strength. Shadow did not understand why Knuckles was in that story if he was not there at that moment, and that made him suspect more. As if the world had mixed scenes. As if the script of reality was confused or manipulated. The day continued with laughs and silly competitions. They competed to run to the couch. They competed to jump higher. They competed to see who could hug Cream the tightest. They even competed over absurd things, like who could open a jam jar, and everyone said Knuckles' name like he was a strength legend. I bet Knuckles opens it in 1 second. I bet he can't. I bet he can. And they laughed, as if the world was an endless game. But Shadow could not relax, not even when they prepared food together. Lady Yoga gave them small plates, and they tried to help. Sonic moved things fast. Tails arranged napkins. Cream cleaned carefully. Chaos tried to copy. At the table, everyone ate happily. Shadow ate, but looked around. He looked at the windows. He listened to the silence of the street. He felt the heavy air. And sometimes, for 1 second, he had the feeling that he had already lived that exact moment. Exactly. With the same laugh. With the same spoon falling. With the same so tasty. That froze him. Shadow understood something important. His little siblings did not think like him. They were happy. They were inside the day. They did not question. They did not suspect. If Shadow said this is weird, he would break the magic for them. And Shadow, even if he looked cold, did not want to hurt them. So he decided to stay quiet. He let them enjoy. He did not ruin the party. But inside, he became more serious. More awake. More of a guardian. While the others played football in the living room, running, pushing cushions like goalkeepers, shouting with excitement, Shadow stayed sitting on the side. His eyes followed the ball, but also followed the clock. And every time Sonic scored a goal, Shadow felt the moment repeating in a way that was too perfect. As if the house was a stage. As if they were actors, without knowing it. Shadow discovered it completely on the 6th day, but confirmed it on the 7th. Everything was a loop. Always the same. They woke up. They went straight to the bathroom to take a shower. They ate breakfast. They played all day. In the afternoon, they cleaned the mess. At night, they brushed their teeth. And they slept. Exactly. The same order. The same excitement. The same jokes. The same today I won. Shadow tried to break it. One time he stayed sitting without going to the bathroom. And he felt pressure in his head, like an invisible force telling him, "No, now you go to the bathroom." He stood up without wanting to. He walked without wanting to. That scared him for real. A full week repeating the same day with small changes, but with the same skeleton. And while his siblings saw it as life, Shadow saw it as a trap. The question that killed him was simple. Who was controlling the loop? And the second question was worse. Why? On the morning of the 8th day, Shadow opened his eyes before everyone, and his chaos energy exploded into an internal warning, stronger than ever. His chaos control activated by itself, like his body was screaming. Today. Shadow sat up, breathed fast, and felt the air vibrating. It was like the house itself was holding its breath, and then it happened. In the middle of the living room, space opened. A ring portal appeared, golden, spinning with energy. Light filled the walls. The floor shook. And Eggman came out of the portal. He did not walk like a guest. He walked like an owner. He adjusted his mustache, looked around, and smiled like he had finally arrived at the end of his plan. "Perfect," he said with a heavy laugh. The babies woke up instantly. Sonic stood in front. Tails stuck to him. Amy moved close to Cream. Silver raised his hands, ready. Chaos vibrated, scared. Shadow stayed still, because he knew it. Eggman came for him. Eggman raised one hand, and an invisible energy locked into Shadow's mind like a chain. Shadow tried to resist. He tried to move. He tried to scream. But the control was real. His eyes shined stronger. his body trembled, and when he looked at his friends, he was not the same anymore. Shadow became a villain. He attacked them like a dark lightning bolt. Sonic tried to run, but Shadow predicted him. Like he knew his moves before they happened, he hit him and threw him to the floor. Tails tried to fly to distract him, but Shadow caught him with an energy wave and slammed him into the couch. Amy screamed, trying to protect Cream, but Shadow pushed her away with brutal force. Chaos vibrated and flew away, rolling like a scared drop. Silver tried to lift objects with his mind, create barriers, stop Shadow, but Shadow went through everything. He was fast, he was strong, he was precise. And in minutes, he defeated them. Eggman laughed, satisfied. And then came the humiliation. Eggman forced them to obey, to do what he wanted, to stay still, to be quiet, to accept. Like they were toys. Like they were pets. Like their freedom meant nothing. But not everyone was trapped the same way. Sonic, even though he was on the floor with his body hurting, kept his eyes open. He did not give up. Silver, with his mind shaking from the shock, also stayed conscious. And then, a voice appeared inside their heads. It did not come from Eggman. It did not come from the portal. It did not sound like Lord Dona. It was a clear, firm voice, like destiny speaking directly. You must save the others. Sonic swallowed. Silver went cold. The voice continued. You are the heroes destined to save Earth, from baby Shadow Pet. In that moment, Sonic understood the most terrifying thing of all. Eggman was not the end. Eggman was only the beginning. Only the key that opened the cage. Because the real danger was baby Shadow Pet, with chaos energy growing, with a loop repeating, with a mind that had already awakened too early. And if Eggman managed to keep control, Shadow would not only defeat them once, he would turn them into slaves forever. Sonic clenched his teeth, and Silver felt something turn on inside his mind. It was not fear, it was decision. And even though they were defeated, the real game was just beginning. Because now Sonic and Silver had to do the impossible. Break the loop. Free Shadow. Save their friends. And do it before the baby, most dangerous of all, took away more than peace. Before he took away their life,